If you want to develop self-discipline, Stoicism can be a valuable tool to assist you in this process. Marco Aurelius, recognized as the last of the 5 good emperors, shared valuable insights on developing self-discipline through his autobiographical writings known as the Meditations. In these writings, he emphasized the importance of finding purpose and committing to it wholeheartedly. According to Marco Aurelius, understanding your purpose and how daily tasks align with it is crucial for accomplishing them. He believed that everyone has a unique purpose and it is their duty to fulfill it, providing the motivation needed to overcome obstacles. Self-discipline begins with identifying compelling reasons to act and then committing to them until completion. Building a practical action plan is essential for staying focused and achieving goals consistently. According to Marco Aurelius, rely on yourself. You must turn your desire into stone. Harness your will and keep your mind focused on yourself. After establishing a solid purpose, it's time to build a practical action plan to help you achieve your goal. You should not only commit to your objectives but also commit to all the small actions you will take along the way in pursuit of those objectives. We must be fully committed to doing whatever it takes to get the job done, regardless of the challenges that arise. Self-discipline is the ability to act, to do what you need to do, regardless of your physical, mental, or emotional state. Everything you want to have, be, and do depends on your ability to take the necessary actions to achieve your goals. Whether you like it or not, you can start by creating an effective action plan that includes a deadline for reaching a goal. It should also be built on the foundation of mini goals that break down your objective into manageable parts. Mini goals ensure that you are working towards the desired outcome in small increments in blocks of time, preventing you from feeling discouraged and making progress. Working without any results can lead you to fall into the trap of procrastination and soon stagnation. Lastly, maintain consistency. Consistency, as Marco Aurelius suggests, entails building your life action by action and finding contentment in each step toward your goals, as much as possible, with nothing capable of hindering this progress. Despite having a solid purpose and a practical plan, 95% of us fail to achieve our objectives. This failure stems from our inability to maintain consistency. We haven't learned the art of steadfastness. Consistency involves daily practice. The simple act of doing something each day builds mental resilience, sharpens focus, and elucidates the necessary steps for achieving something significant. You must sow before you can reap. Self-discipline essentially boils down to the habit of consistency, finding motivation to do something repeatedly until it becomes second nature, yielding tangible results. Therefore, even if you falter once, for instance, skipping a workout when you know you should not, this lapse doesn't define who you are. Your ability to keep moving forward is what shapes you into a disciplined and resilient individual. A bad day need not spiral into a bad week, nor a bad week into a bad year. Each morning presents a new opportunity, a fresh start. Focus on what lies ahead, which is life itself. Practice voluntary hardship. Practice voluntary hardship, as Marco Aurelius suggests. We should discipline ourselves in small things and then progress to matters of greater value. Voluntary difficulty is one way we can build our self-discipline and appreciate what we have. Try taking a cold shower or walking instead of driving when you could use the car. This will help you understand the value of what you have and often take for granted. Practice control. Marco Aurelius says you have power over your mind, not external events. Recognize this, and you will find strength. Becoming distressed or anxious over trivial matters is detrimental to discipline. When you have a goal and are focused on it, doubts, negative thoughts, and anxiety about what may or may not happen are beyond your control and paralyze you. The best thing you can do is apply what Epictetus said. Some things are within our control, and others are not. Don't be a victim. In the words of Marco Aurelius, do your job without complaining. Have you ever said, "I was born this way," or "I never learned anything different," or blamed your parents' poor example or the actions of others? These are excuses people use to justify staying as they are instead of striving to become better. You need to take responsibility and ask yourself, why me and why now? A victim mentality is the enemy of mental toughness. You may not be at fault, but your life depends on you determining what is under your control and taking responsibility for it. Instead of resorting to self-pity, you should train yourself to take charge of your life. It's easier to blame others when something goes wrong or when we don't know what to do. But only those with mental strength are able to take responsibility even when it's not their fault and steer the ship right. Be the person who steps in to take action, solve problems, not the one who looks around to blame others. When you victimize yourself, you relinquish control and absolve yourself of personal responsibility, and without responsibility, progressing and becoming a better person becomes an impossible task. Learn to defer your gratification. Seek delayed gratification, in the words of Marco Aurelius. So, were you born to feel comfortable rather than to act and experience things? You don't see plants, birds, ants, spiders, and bees shying away from their individual tasks, putting the world in order as best they can. Yet, you're unwilling to do your human duty because you're not rushing to fulfill your nature's demands. Delayed gratification involves the ability to wait to get what you want. For example, imagine yourself at a party with plenty of food and drink while you're trying to lose weight. If you give in and fill your plate with fattening treats, it may disrupt your diet, but you'll enjoy some instant reward. If you resist and spend the night eating salad and drinking water, you'll be rewarded in the future by shedding those unwanted pounds. This ability to resist temptation and maintain our goals is often called self-discipline, and staying focused on your goal regardless of the situation or environment is a central part of this behavior. You deprive yourself now to achieve something much better later. Ignore the pessimists, says Marcus Aurelius. When someone blames or hates you, or people express similar criticisms, penetrate into their souls and see what kind of people they are. You'll realize there's no need to be tortured with anxiety over whether they have any particular opinion about you. Whenever you start acting and declare, even if just to yourself, that you believe you have a special purpose in life and will do whatever it takes to achieve it, you'll attract pessimists. Pessimists are people who criticize, object to, or oppose something. They love to say no and put you down. They may love you, but they fear progress, so they're against everything, and their opinions are cruel. You need to realize that getting upset over the opinion of someone you don't know or someone you respect is as foolish as getting upset about the weather. It's a waste of energy. Don't waste your time because their voice isn't worth hearing. You should actively seek honest feedback from those you respect, but make sure they're not known as pessimists. Find wise people to emulate. Find wise individuals to emulate, as Marco Aurelius suggests. He advises socializing with men of good character to model your life after theirs, whether they are alive or from the past. Look outward for answers to help strengthen your self-discipline. Specifically, let's identify role models. Your role models could be your friends, family, or colleagues who have already achieved the goal you are working towards. Ask yourself who is doing it now, who has successfully achieved this goal, who has successfully mastered this habit, who has successfully made this change, and who has the necessary self-discipline in this area. What can I learn from this person that can help me on my journey? Ask these people how they disciplined themselves, what specific actions they took to achieve the results they have today, and then use their experience to help discipline yourself along your own growth journey. Be honest with yourself. Review your day honestly, in the words of Marco Aurelius. These are the characteristics of the rational soul: self-awareness, self-examination, and self-determination. He reaps his own harvest. One of the best ways to become more disciplined is to examine yourself and find your weaknesses. Be brutally honest and use this time to connect with your subconscious. Before bed, reflect on your day and actions. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where were my self-discipline and self-control tested? Where was I assertive? What did I do wrong? Why did it happen? And how can I improve? Now you know how you can improve tomorrow, but don't blame yourself. Be stoic and forgive yourself. Self-compassion is forgiving yourself and not blaming yourself, which helps you avoid procrastination. Don't just be critical of yourself. Think about what you did well so you can repeat it tomorrow, and be grateful for the good that happened today. And if this philosophy has helped you in any way, share this knowledge with those you know who need it. The topic addressed by philosopher Marcus Aurelius about self-discipline and self-examination is extremely relevant and timeless. The pursuit of self-discipline is fundamental to achieving goals and overcoming challenges in life. By socializing with people of exemplary character and seeking positive role models to inspire us, we can learn and develop our own self-discipline skills. Additionally, daily self-examination allows us to identify our weaknesses and areas for improvement, promoting continuous personal growth. The practice of self-examination and self-discipline not only helps us achieve personal and professional goals but also contributes to a more balanced and fulfilling life. By becoming more aware of our actions and decisions, we can direct our efforts towards areas that truly matter and cultivate a mindset of growth and resilience. In summary, I fully agree with Marcus Aurelius's ideas about self-discipline and self-examination. I believe these principles are essential for personal development and can guide us in the pursuit of a more meaningful and fulfilling life.